Those will be the last two. Strange Magic and Isn't She Bonnie with 1,200 metres in front of them. Opening leg of the pick six. They're all set to sprint and away and racing. Got them away well. Miss Shivey jumped away well. Woman of Power's up there with Treasure Hunt in the early stages. Isn't She Bonnie and Call to Glory. Cabon Capi is about 4 to 5 lengths off the leader, but passing runners. Kilmonavig is racing second to last, and Strange Magic at the back end. 6 lengths cover them from first to last as they range up towards the last 800, and Isn't She Bonnie kicks away a couple of lengths here. From in second, Cabon Capi. Miss Shivey's away in third. Here's the favourite, Woman of Power, in fourth position. Gives the leaders 3.5 lengths start. 2 away to Treasure Hunt. Then came Kilmonavig. Racing in behind that one. Towards the outside is Strange Magic, racing second to last. And at the back end of the field is Call to Glory. 450 metres left to go. Isn't She Bonnie turned for home the leader from Cabon Capi. Woman of Power is down the inside, the black sleeves and cap. In behind those came Miss Shivey, and on the outside is Kilmonavig. It's now Woman of Power that comes up to Cabon Capi, hits the front. Woman of Power from Cabon Capi, and Woman of Power and Richard Ferree escaped to lead it by 2.5 lengths, and it's race over. Woman of Power is going to go on to a convincing win. Second will go to Cabon Capi. Strange Magic a good third. Then Kilmonavig, Miss Shivey, Treasure Hunt, Call to Glory, and Isn't She Bonnie. Well, Woman of Power wasn't too far off the early gallop set by Isn't She Bonnie when they turned for home. Cabon Capi was right there, but 300 to go, and Richard pulled the trigger on Woman of Power. They was well supported in the market, the daughter of Vercingetorix. She was bred by Fulkerbos Drift and Maritzfontein, and this was a winner in waiting. Woman of Power streaks away from the opposition to win it, to beat home into second, Cabon Capi. Strange Magic was third, and Kilmonavig is back and forth.
Oh, there he is.
Well, the punters breathe a sigh of relief as the favourite does come home for the first leg of the pick six. That's Woman of Power. She'd looked really unlucky in her 2 local starts to date, but she's put it all together. She's come through very, very well. Really great to have Kaylin joining me this afternoon to accept Luvor, the winning groom's check. 1,500 Rand extra from the World Sports Betting. Woman of Power has run a great race for him, and yeah, he'll enjoy the extra 1,500K. Thanks so much for being on hand to accept on his behalf. Great to invite Richard in to join me. Jumped aboard Woman of Power for the first time here in the Eastern Cape, and she's put it all together. Richard, I was keeping an eye on you, and I was really excited because you came off that false rail. There was a lovely gap on the inside, and you literally stalked them and pounced.
Yeah, look, obviously this filly's been slightly unlucky. Last time, obviously, I watched Charlie's ride. I thought he rode an absolute pearl, and I just wanted to do the same thing today as well. Obviously, being a furlong, wanted to, just make sure she sleeps quite a bit, and had many warnings from all over the place that she can latch onto that bit. So just respect her. But I think the race was just so perfect. I had 2 horses with speed on my outside, 2 on my inside, and I knew I was going to sit in a nice little bubble where everything will go well. And top of the straight just opened like the Red Sea in front of me, and all I could do is just put her there. And the fact that she was relaxed the whole race just really gave her a very, very good turn of foot, and I just wanted to keep the stick off her because Charlie rode it like that and she enjoyed it. So had to find the winner's box, a worthy favourite for the guys out there playing horses. So well done to them, and then a special thank you to Maritzfontein, Fulkerbos Drift, Mr. and Mrs. Gel. Nice to have a winner for them in these colours.
It certainly is. Well, Richard, well delivered. There'll be punters that are very happy with that. That was the opening leg of the pick six, and we'll follow you throughout the afternoon.
Thank you very much, and also to my sponsors at Regiment for their support. Thank you.
Before you run away, I was going to ask Alan, I just need to ask you about the filly in the next, just because. Can she do it again from that draw? She did it the hard way the first time, walk on the wild side. Now she takes on the boys, handicap company for the first time. First run out the maidens, drawn
in the
else.
outside of the track.
Yeah.
I think I'm drawn on the grass.
Yeah, you've actually drawn 12 out of 12.
It's not easy. Last time I almost pressed her the whole race just to be in the race, and the boss asked me this morning, what do you think our chances? And I was like bullish. I'm like, yes, no, this filly can run. And then I realized we're still in a 6 furlong.
Yeah.
I wasn't too worried about the draw, but mostly the distance.
Yeah.
She felt like a filly that's going to flourish over the 14 and so on. But not a banker. Obviously, a lot of work to do. Track is running fast still, and the headwind does, or the crossover headwind really does play a factor. But let's see what she's all capable of.
Yeah, great info, because that is the first leg of the first jackpot, so not a banker, definite chance. Richard, well done though for Women of Power. It was well deserved.
Thank you very much.
Alan standing by, coming in to join me. Got to say a big thank you to him. I know the form was there, but it's always nice to have the confidence of the trainer. And Alan, you did say that on the basis of the last 2 runs being rather unlucky, she looked like the horse to beat today, and she has duly proved so. Well done.
Thank you, Nancy. Yes, first time out was the first run after a rest in a Pinnacle plate, I think, or Conditions plate. Next time was also a plate race, and she did heat it first time out, actually, and lost it in the boardroom. So, today, third run after a layoff, peak run, as you like to say, all was well. And Richard won a nice race. Very well done to Steve and Jessica Gell in America. So hopefully when they wake up just now, they'll be
good news.
waking up to good news. So well done, Steve. Well done, Jess. And hopefully we see you home soon. But good ride on Richard's behalf. Nice win by the filly, and well bred by Maritzfontein and Volgebosdrift. Bangsu, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he resides at Volgebosdrift herself.
Alan, going ahead, the feature of the day is the Fairview 1900. It is a beautiful race. There are some really classy individuals taking part. You're well represented there by the 3 runners. East Coast, who debuted locally very well last time out. Global Alley's going to love being up to 1900. And Street Art had excuses for his last. Are you expecting competitive runs from all 3?
Definitely, competitive race to start with. That's not an easy race.
Yeah.
And, talking about my horses, East Coast ran a really nice race first time out here, and he looked like he was going to run past them and just ran out of time, I think, at the end of the day. He's taken his run well. Global Alley, I think the handicapper's got his number at the moment. He's thereabouts. He doesn't know how to run a bad race. And Street Art, he did have his excuses. Also a little bit highly rated. He has dropped 3 points, but maybe needs to drop a little bit more.
Alan, thanks for that feedback, and once again, well done for Women of Power.
Thank you.
Very well done to Stephen and Jess. I'm sure it's going to be lovely news to wake up to the fact that Women of Power has finally scored a very well-deserved win under Richard, who's given her a super ride. So very, very well done, as well as, of course, to Volgebosdrift and Maritzfontein themselves for breeding. And great to hear Alan break down the rest of his runners in the feature, which we will look forward to. Just need to say that that was the first leg of the Pick 6. Brilliant pool, got up to 585,000. Ecstatic with that, and hope you got involved. I think it's going to lead to an exciting day ahead.